Welcome to Fishing for Real People. I started this channel because I really wanted to focus on the average person who is getting into the fishing realm for the first time or getting back into it after having been out of it for a long time. There's a lot of gear, there's a lot of channels out there that you can watch, there's a lot of information available, and it all can be very, very overwhelming. So this is going to just try and break it down for you to make it as simple and as easy as possible. So I figure everybody is going to start, well, not everybody, but your average person is going to start by going to probably Walmart to look for, a fishing rod and reel combo. So that's what I did. This spring, I actually went out and I picked up this Ugly Stick GX2. I don't know if you can see that in there, if that's focusing all right. And then it is a 5-foot light, they call it a light action. I'll explain what that is in a little bit. And it'll hold 4 to 10 pound line. So let's see if that gets in there and focus all right for you. So it came with this reel. It's an Ugly Stick reel. I believe it's a Shakespeare reel that Ugly Stick just branded. So it is, ignore the line on there for right now. It is a pretty smooth reel. Oops, if I quit hitting the ceiling. It is a pretty smooth reel for what it is. You can find these online right now for, I believe, I think they're going for $59 or something like that. What I really, really like about Ugly Stick is this reel seat here. It's very comfortable. It's very, very, it locks in there really well. It's not like some other ones, and I'll compare it to another one that I've got down here. It's not like some other ones where it's got this cheap feeling plastic knob that turns down onto a reel seat. This is a very, very positive engagement. I really like the way Ugly Stick has designed this reel seat and how comfortable it is to hold for one. I mean, that is, I got big old meat paws, but that is very, very comfortable to hold in hand for me when I cast it. As far as, everything else goes, Ugly Stick, they're kind of known for being fairly durable and indestructible. I mean, I can take and bend this quite a bit in any direction, and it is gonna take it. Like I said, I'm 6'4", so this is only a 5-foot, so it is a little on the shorter side. But I picked this up quite honestly because my buddy said, hey, let's go fishing, and I didn't have anything. And so I just ran to Walmart quick, and this was on the shelf. And yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, picked it up in spring, and I was very impressed with it as far as how far it'll cast a really light lure, and I'll get into lures in another video. But as far as how far it'll cast a really light lure and the type of fish that it can handle. I have caught bluegill, I've caught perch, I've caught crappie on it, a lot of crappie on it. Up here in the upper Midwest, there's a couple lakes that are just loaded with crappie. I've caught, biggest fish I caught on it was a 2.5 pound smallmouth bass. And it handled that just fine. So getting to what Ugly Stick calls, like I said, they call it the action light. Action refers to generally how far down the rod it breaks or bends. So if you can see with this one, this bends. I mean, it's got a real parabolic bend all the way down to about here, and then it kind of stops. So I don't know if you can see all of that in here. So I'm going to compare that to this one right here. So this is the Bass Pro Shops Tournament Special. This one is the It is light power, fast action, and it is a 6-foot rod. So you can see the difference in height, obviously 5 versus 6 feet. So it is longer by a whole 12 inches. But then to compare, the action of it, you'll see this one. They say it's a fast action, but it's really more of a moderate fast. You can see how, I would consider normally a fast action to only break, somewhere above the third, or depending on the rod, second or third to last eye, and then load up down more in the body of it. And you can see this one breaks down quite a bit here. So I would actually consider this one, if I was to label it, more of a moderate fast than a straight fast. But it is still a pretty good rod, and you can definitely see the difference where that one breaks versus where this ugly stick breaks. And how parabolic this one gets versus that one. What I really like about this too is with that bend, if you're going out with that parabolic bend in there, if you're going out and you happen to catch fish that do a lot of jumping, you can have the fish on the end of this thing, and with that bow in there, the fish jumps out of the water and tries to throw the lure with the head shake. This parabolic bend in there keeps a lot of tension on that line to the fish, so it has a harder time throwing the lure. So for all the fishing that I've done, I can honestly say I've caught more fish in general on this combo this year than I have any of my other combos throughout the entire year. And I've done a lot of bass fishing. It's just been a lot of panfish. And this has just been a fantastic little rod. Very, very surprised. When I bought it, I think it was on sale for, I want to say either 49, I think it was on sale for $49.99. And then, but you can find them right now, and I think they're $59.99 is what they go for right now on Walmart, I believe. This, getting into the reel, because I did buy it as a combo, it is a 5-2-to-1 speed, and if you spin it up with 2-pound line, it says it'll hold 200 yards, 4-pound line, 120 yards, 6-pound line, 90 yards. Now, me personally, I won't use anything less than 6-pound line, at least in my area, just due to weeds and everything else, all the snags and stuff that we have in this area. I won't go with a 4 or 2-pound line, but I'll get into line later on. And it does have, I don't know if you can hear that. I'll pull it up on the mic. It does have a clicking drag on it, which I really, really like. So when you do hook a fish, you do get that clicky drag, so you know it's on there. This has just been such a fun rod and reel to work with and to use. I've been thoroughly, thoroughly impressed with it. I mean, Ugly Stick has fantastic build quality, always has. I'm still fishing. I call it my old faithful. It's a 7-foot medium sort of fast action rod that I got 35-ish years ago, 32 years ago, from my father as a birthday present. So it's Ugly Stick is, I don't want to say unparalleled quality, but they definitely knew what they were doing when they built these things. So I don't know, there's really, I mean, this foam grip on here, it's nice. I like that. It doesn't really slip or slide. It's a real positive grip. I do reel left-handed. They do come in right or left-handed reel. So, and it is reversible, so you can take this apart and switch it out. That's what I mean by coming right or left-handed. It does have a very nice little hook keeper right here. I don't know if you can see that in there or not. That is very nice. You can hold hooks on there versus, down lower. I've seen some rods where the hook keeper is down here. I just don't like that. When I carry out multiple rods or whatever, I've hooked myself in the past and it's not very fun. And also then with it being right here, I've seen guys hook it on the bail. I don't like doing that at all. So yeah, this has been really impressive, and I really like it. For the rod, it's been like I said, I've caught multiple fish on it this whole year, and I really like it. I do recommend if you're looking to get out and get into fishing, and let's say you only have $100 to spend, one of these ugly sticks. They do make a 7-foot ultralight also that I haven't picked up, but I'm looking at adding to my arsenal for next year. Um, they're really good rods. So if you're getting into fishing, I can't recommend this one enough for a cheap starter rod for either yourself or one of your kids. I'm going to get over here and talk. I mentioned that reel seat, so this one here has this knurled reel seat here where this turns down, kind of a little cheap plasticky feeling. Let me get this bait out of the way here. So it's kind of this cheap plasticky feeling reel seat that turns down on there. Let me get that back on. And it holds, but it also kind of feels like, if you tighten it down too much, that might break. It's just, don't get me wrong, the rest of this rod is great, and I'll get into this rod in another video. But this reel seat, I really wish that, Bass Pro Shops when they built this reel seat, they would have done something a little bit different with it. So just to wrap up on this video here really quick, if you were to pick up one of these Ugly Stick GX2s, I do not think you'd be disappointed. Like I said, I caught a lot of fish on it this year, and with it being such a light rod and with that parabolic bend and everything, I've lost very, very few fish when I have hooked them, and even a tiny fish feels like a giant on it. It's been so much fun to fish with. Super comfortable, and I can't say enough about how much I've enjoyed this for what I paid for it. So yeah, go out and don't be afraid to go out and pick one up, and I think you'll love it. I just wanted to close by saying, as a Navy veteran myself, I have found a lot of peace with fishing. So one thing I want to do with this channel is I want to reach out to the veteran community and say, hey, if you're ever up in Cheesehead country, look me up. I'm on, obviously through here, or I'm on Twitter at FFRPWI, Fishing for Real People, Wisconsin. And starting in spring, it's almost November right now, 2023. Starting in spring, I'm going to, I want to be able to take out, either an active duty service member, reservist, or another fellow veteran. I'll get them set up with a rod and reel combo, lures and line and everything, and I'll take them out and, introduce them to the world of fishing or reintroduce them to the world of fishing. And, hopefully help some fellow veterans that may or may not be struggling, looking for some peace. So, yeah, if you liked the video or found it helpful in any way, if you could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. It'll help me out, and pass this along to anybody, any veterans or anybody that you think might enjoy it. So, thanks. Take care. Next video will be on fishing line that I use and knots that I have found helpful. So, take care.